Today, we want for lay na table the handing over note from the former Minister of Finance, Jacob Jusu Saffa. It is good when a new minister that come in make a know waiting be done the happen so that you know who side for run go or you know who side for run come out from. So it's like a report card where you don't do all what you feel say you're supposed to do. Then you say, you know what, can make I show you what I don't do. We all know say not too long ago, the president he been pleased for say now he get a new chief minister. This one then they call him the grassroots chief minister. They say in the people's minister, the people's chief minister. I don't know the one who been there how them be they call her. And say the one who be there italic say in be in a high horse. So then they look for possibility for can down to the people in level. And nobody else not go able for do them except Jacob Jusu Saffa. Like I said earlier, today a complimentary card they go around on social media. We see Chief Minister Jacob Jusu Saffa, Office of the President. Before it was the name and the office where you occupy. Then you get waiting Office of the Chief Minister. So people are wondering, for say they don't dissolve the Office of the Chief Minister, when the Office of the President now the Chief Minister complementary card they carry on with. What's happen with them people that will be working at the Office of the Chief Minister? If they find a person go here, maybe not just the complimentary. But why should people be picking up on all their little things and who that is a little? Eh? Alright. Left handy. So Jacob Jusu Saffa is now the people's chief minister. But before, I'm be all the finance. So he gets for handover. And where they handover, he gets a handing over note. Where they try for sure say, you know what thing? Now here we been there. Now here we there now. So when I get part for play when they come. Because trust me, every minister where they come, you get forget your right hand people where they go to. Yeah. Because quick they say everything sabotage. And all will do this, then all will do that. So all man they can with in own. The now Minister of Finance himself, I believe say watch and good no more. Must get one or two people away go to go kind of assassinating. Hey, na maybe leave. But for right now, make we get the opportunity that if you know be don't listen today in 98.1, the handing over note we Musa S. Kamara put together for Radio Democracy 98.1. Yeah? Let me listen. What's in the handing over note say? Now so the report be carry on.
This is the handing over note, my stewardship in the Ministry of Finance.
The outgoing Minister of Finance, Jacob Jusu Saffa, they hand over to the incoming Minister of Finance, Honorable Dennis Vandi. This change come after the cabinet reshuffle, where the President, Dr. Julius Maada Biodudis Bientem, who said he sent Jacob Jusu Saffa as the Chief Minister as he hand over to the incoming Minister. Jacob Jusu Saffa talk about some of the reforms them, where he doing at the ministry since he took over on 12th May 2018.
What you used to know as EPRU, for example, Economic Policy and Research Unit, is divided now into two. We have what we call the Research and Delivery Division. Then you have the Macro-Fiscal. Two departments headed now by the then director, now called the Chief Economist. That's one structural change we made.
Now, before now be director, but now they get what they call chief economist. And all this now under Jacob Jusu Saffa in watch. So they try to explain to Dennis Vandi within a commit now, yeah? Now listen.
The other structural change we made, we created the Department for Risks and SOEs. Revenue and tax policy has been built up. Legal affairs has been beefed up as
Revenue and tax policies, they don't beef them up. Revenue and tax policy, they don't beef them up. I hope you they listen how the Ministry of Finance be done they operate from the time where Jacob Jusu Saffa take over for make the government go they tell you say then they not just say yes the money where then they collect locally they help them big time. What you do because he said then the revenue and the tax policy where they don't beef up. Let's continue.
well. Budget Bureau, which is the heart of the matter, is being beefed up with additional staff, with 2 directors, one overseeing the payroll, the other one overseeing the others. And of course, they have got their respective senior budget officer here and there. Because the general department is out. But there is now more integration with the Accountant General department, I sense, than before. We are the Accountant General is really part of our thinking, all of us think together. You have the public debt, which is a big area.
I hope you listen. All the side where they add the accountant general department don't be farm up. And I know say Jacob Jusu Saffa they talk fast, but if you pay attention, you go able for hear exactly what they try for say. And you go able for know who side the finance they now, who side Dennis Vandi they can take over because finance then they run a country. So if the former the handover, make we know what the handover. So just no way then is Vandy come there can begin to say, oh now waiting Jesus have be done do oh no I not be no let we hear who said the hear now as they talk am.
The domestic debts, the external debts management, and all these arrears payment, they handle them. That did have all the existing. All what we did, we beef them up.
Jacob Jusu Saffa continue for talk about some of the projects them where the ministry they implement now the road sector, water and other area them.
One focus here is electricity. 7-time electricity project. Now we're going to add Kamakwe and Mongo, Kabala, Kambia, Kaida, Monyamba.
Electricity projects, yeah, where the Ministry of Finance know about. Here, all the places them where Jacob Jusu Saffa they call. Listen, yeah.
We're doing massive road construction currently.
After the electricity, he say then they do right now massive road construction.
There's a process for unsolicited proposals where farms have offered to pre-finance road constructions.
People and we don't offer for pre-finance road construction them, but not be called they name them. But you don't tell and say people they don't they already. Farms they don't they we ready for pre-finance road projects them. They wanna not forget this old road now at Aloya.
At the fiscal framework, we see what is possible to be done. They've done an unsolicited proposal, they've done the evaluation, we're working with SLR on that. They will give you the detailed report. The thing is out, it's going to MPP. But the good thing is that we're going to start about 7 roads, big highways, including the Mano Junction, Tongo. 7
roads. 7 and then go start. And they talk about Tiwana, Mano Junction, Tongo, and they call so.
So critical roads, the Bowile Road, Kabala Falaba, Guinea Border Road, the Munafa Fund is in progress, it's in Nigeria.
The Munafa Fund, it's not enough fun in a tongue. But game they play, it is sad. People they know to know they talk about the Munafa Fund 1,309,000. Now they talk about so now we then they disburse to people we register, but making categorically tell you say people way they receive, not to everybody they receive that money there. Some people they say they put in a list where the person they take 500,000, then the rest go to you. This is Sierra Leone. Hey, nothing that surprised me again. Let's continue.
The 6 million has been disbursed. We are doing the necessary stuff now to give them an apron so that they'll be identified in the streets. But we are working with the financial service providers.
But what's in the situation of the economy as it left? Jacob Jusu Saffa again.
We are doing 75% of our domestic budget is financed by our domestic revenue. That's last
75% of the domestic budget. Who do you think say the PM? Jacob Jusu Saffa saying that the government too, yeah?
Year's figure. But this year, the way I see things going, we may probably even have up to 80%.
He say this particular year, 2021, the way I see things they go, it's like for say the government ain't go able to foot the bill up to 80% of domestic budget.
Capital budget is largely donor-driven, I must say, but we've taken bold moves on the capital budget side. Recurrent
Capital budget, it's donor driven. I wouldn't give him money. Now and then hell thing and it happen. But he said then they take great step. Oh, you are listening for yourself. Hey, Jacob, continue, sir.
expenditure revenue ratio, rather budget total expenditure, recurrent total expenditure used to be over 90% or more, at least 90%. But I'm pleased to report that capital project now goes about 50 to 20%. Because I took a bold move, and I really think as we go along, we should be able to increase our capital spending to 15% of the total budget. Because the bread and butter.
Capital spending for increase up to 15%. And they say, he talk about the bread and butter. I don't push on small. Low you about that bread and butter, yeah?
Increase our capital spending to 15% of the total budget. Because the bread and butter lies in capital projects.
The bread and butter lies in capital project. But before, it tell we say the capital project is donor driven. Now we didn't give him money. And when he talk about that, now I can't tell we see the bread and butter is there inside the capitals. Well, and that too. So the bread and butter, wait me could not be the same. It's donor driven. Right.
Not this impress, not this fear. No. And I'm pleased to report that, Mr. Minister, we've taken bold moves in terms of spending. And that's the agenda. That agenda is very much in line with the medium-term expenditure, the medium-term national development plan, and is very much in line with the new direction manifesto.
Where in the talk, the new Minister of Finance, Honorable Dennis Vandi, talk about what he make up of the project them where the Minister of Finance they implements now and how he hope for continue with them.
I cannot express how I feel with all of the speeches, all of the programs the Chief Minister has been supervising over the period.
Honorable Dennis Vandi continues to say he aware of the importance of the Minister of Finance and promise for work with the staff them at the ministry for implement government fiscal policy them.
As we all know, the Ministry of Finance is the nerve center of governance. Everything revolves around the Ministry of Finance. So it goes without saying that nobody can underestimate the importance of the Ministry of Finance. We just have to be rational in the way we conduct ourselves. And I believe you have the competence. I'm not here to reinvent wheels. We need to continue with whatever has been done here until such a time when the President gives directives or further vision as to how he wants to see his government to be financed.
I'm not here to invent ways, but in there for continue waiting JJ Saffa don't start. Until the president say otherwise, say Dennis Vandi, my dear, you not perform well. So push come off first bar, make a call to other person. But now what you say, but what you get for do, we don't know it. But it's safe for now. Waiting JJ Saffa don't put in place. Now he can continue. He no can invent ways. That one day don't force back. They are don't force.
Dennis Vandi assured the outgoing Minister of Finance, Jacob Jusu Saffa, for continue with him projects them where he don't start at the ministry so that they will able implement government development projects them for the Society for Radio Democracy, Musa S. Kamara.
One for tell Musa S. Kamara thank you, because now through him and through Radio Democracy, we say thanks. Now we're able to get this handing over note from Jacob Jusu Saffa. You don't able for listen? Okay, the one we need they don't come out. Now the one did it now. Dennis Vandi. It's up to you for say, oh, presidentbio don't answer CNN, no they ask and say, what to Dennis Vandi, not to this same person, he say na allegation. He say na allegation. So na allegation, they don't clear a name, so it's good to go. Now I'm making get him right now. Now in cabinet. But now in the tell we say he no can for can invent wisdom. So he knock out nothing new for putting at the table unless waiting JJ Saffa, we don't continue for the do. Now himself go can continue, which is good in one way, but in another way, I think if you come with an open mind, because if you come with an open mind, it go help you. It go help big time if you come with an open mind. Say yes, I don't hear everything you say. I don't see all the things them way you don't do. And with open mind, myself go come and see you side for fine tune, for make things them go work fine for the economy in Sierra Leone. Because the Ministry of Finance, as we already JJ Saffa don't tell we, they get big part for play in the economy of the country. Also, so some people will be the holla, say, oh, JJ Saffa they for don't fire and they for don't fire. But when this appointment come, I don't see people they say na fire and fire more. Because he left honorably. So the appointment where he gets now being a chief minister and Usai Ikomot, when are the man who is responsible for finance in the country, well, he left to you for decide. But we go know to go through one where presidentbio go na parliament, where go begin tell we all the good work when your administration don't do, and we reach on the finance. You see, finance, they tell you about road projects. Also, they tell you about capital. But that capital, we get for land, and inside there, now they bring them butter there. And the capital now, it tell we say is donor driven. Well, bring them butter. Una don't say hide now, Okay. So in case you no be no side bread and butter hide, not to me talk am. Then you no can say just on a Tripoli. So Tripoli talk am. If you no be no side bread and butter hide, we don't know now. Yeah? The one we come inside. What in come with? Say no come for can invent wisdom. But for just run. Or it be just one for sweet talk JJ Saffa so that JJ Saffa go so full with him chief minister position. Then he left and now for can he say all waiting JJ Saffa don't tell us we don't hand over. Now they can continue. If fine, you know fine. But anyway, look out who's friend. Let we hear waiting and get for we today. Welcome on board, who's friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Triple A, for giving me the platform. And thanks to our listeners and viewers. We thank you for all the relentless effort again we do for bringing we together here. Time, condition, and situation. But the issue about the financing that's alone more, just put it that way, money business. We don't say the money business na salon are two way. This one na in the man where the finance minister will be there. But usually they give a fiscal policy, policy the way they put so that things can go able for go before regarding money. Anything regarding money between the government and then the people na in for day between that one before handle. So based on this the delegation the job them they do the delegate to them or description of it. You find out and I try for let you go, try for increase development. But again, you question yourself again on the other side, say they talk about the revenue, they talk about the tax policy, they talk about beefing up electricity, roadworks. So you go up, where are these things on the way or are they work in progress? These are the things you ask. Are they work in progress or are they on the way or have they been brought in? Then sometimes you see, well, they're still waiting for more impact or they don't do well. But we'll not still say more based on the situation with the country don't get for years. So, but the idea behind it here is that In them, then they are appointed as a finance minister before, and then now then they give them another position for go on. But usually, as they left any office, you always get for handover. But the problem will be on the occur. We'll just go reflect slightly on the other side, one of the monetary policy. And the monetary policy, what we just want to look really quick now because of there was a time when they interviewed the bank governor, where he been mentioned some few things. I think 98.1 again, but I think they been present when they talk about deals and talk about taxation or other contracts. We talk about those areas of concern. Then he come again to the man in at the finance minister when they talk about the fiscal policy. And most of any country where they develop, if you look at them, they talk about fiscal policies and monetary policies. Because the fiscal policy, and this minister they deal with. Because but the disadvantage in most of the time with fiscal policies, now borrowing and they get side effects of borrowing and the government in budgets. But it's up to how we are going able to deal with this borrowing side effects and the government in policy for let them work before we then think they are. Then the monetary policy in it always targets inflation. So that is what the bank governor will try for target inflation. It tells us that they bring more currency. They tell us what I try for the annual this. But in the financing, the fiscal policy the target any specific area. All it try for do it generalize people and livelihood. But how we going to reach this livelihood if you not get that income will they develop or that assets will be there waiting tranga go sell am, or the one with a continuous flow we go say na how they get money they go. So the only thing that when you go come to wetin we don't talk na donors. The next one na borrowing. And on that side there, you go talk about government budgets in borrowing. So I just want to see I'm saying no more the area where in they try for look at the revenue of the country now based on own policies that we put on tax policy beefed up. But again, when you look at tax policies, then tax policy actually now another way where the fiscal policy is able to control inflation. That's the one way again. But again, in the talk for this one way in the talk about a different one. In the talk about the tax policy where don't increase the income revenue of the government. So you see, so this is a different one now, not like the taxation where they try for control, and then they control the taxation wherein the normal man will come inside, can't live well, taxation on importation or taxation on certain things or products or any other thing we concern, let people alive know go. These are taxation where they talk about where they're able for collect and where they're able for press and when they're able for beef up for let them go collect camp to the government for let them go able for saying that this we don't get to that this money we don't get based on taxation. But again, you question again the question say why was it that the monetary affairs area when they complain about why they complain about the inflation in terms of shortage of currency or foreign currency or the way they deal with certain plan them or deals within the parliamentary sector. You see, then you go question again, say, well, why was he saying this? Why was he saying this before or bringing this to the public? Was he not having total control or was he in the right for do? Or was the fiscal policy owner, the minister of finance, when they go jag in your area, will say, well, let me warm up now, I take some. Those things, you just question them all, say, well, these are the things where in the boss say he don't do, or not the one them where you don't collect when a taxation we will not be just they pay, or not taxation where people when they pay or they're not even required to pay, or the amount when they pay not required for pay, so that they will get a level ground where the income will able to in a quick turnover based on the taxation. So you go ask all these questions. Say, these are the areas that we go for look. Say in the economics, when they talk about because economics, they talk about say yes, that chief economics because not to director. You see, because when you say a director now just they give you direction to one place or you give them to one and another sector. But the direction what they say they give you now based on economics grounds. You see, but what are the economics grounds? The economic ground of borrowing and budgeting. The economic grounds where you don't say you don't beef up, kind of taxation. So you try to ask yourself, well, again, you go talk say when are these loans going to be paid? Are they short-term loan or are they secured loan? Or are they loan where it be say time will come where they will wipe off or on our loans where it be say then go able for be fruitful if they put them into good use and people then get for invest in them. I mean, so the people will get for the recipient of this will get for be very good to be because it never just be like I say when I give an example one time say you get an issue wherein when the civil war being done then they therefore go look people I think at corner then go look people in a corner say they host the whole they don't bond them. But again, there are other people who get other issues and education and other things. Then. So, but again, when the people in come for help, then what did they tell them? They will say, well, the people they need zinc for roof their house them because most of the houses them they're strong the structure, but they don't burn the roof. So, but then go give the people then now for say everybody now corner most of the one they will be registered, they forget 1, 2, 3, 4 bundle of zinc. God put that with it. But what did they get for happen in the end? Not to all man in host they need roofing. Some of them may decide to sell these things and divert them. So you go say that money what they give the people that would divert them because none of these get bundles. The government for us we go say okay, the government or United Nations will say, well, the ones that will get bundles, we assess them. The one they will not get bundles, we know what to do. They recruit the one day for education, or we try for reintegrate those kind of things. So those are the kind of questions you ask. Is that working for the moon? For fun that way, or not another version of it will be try for say yes, it help whatever it be, people that will receive the money, then they help go before. But in terms of making policies where the country go able for say now policies that will go able for help will go able for go before. Other than people then they become very, very tricky. Wouldn't they put in quotes say na serviceman the rule this particular area so he play some tricks. We not say that in the do, but he does put out and say these are the kind of things. Say you go question say, well, they just try for make things they go this way. But would they see after 5 years what will be the product of this? Then I will say, well, we question them. That's why again you go say again, well, the Bible don't kind of go say, well, I will not invent, I'm not gonna be creative, I'm not gonna try to implement any other thing. Because already when I came here, I don't meet something already standing. And I'm not gonna see any other direction where I want to change. How are we able to change them? Because there is no idea, not the idea not there, but how I go able to access that method the way I go able for change. So I'm not going to put any other idea, but say, oh, well, let me put me own sense now, because now for that, and then bring me for reason will bring an implementation. So you go question again, say, well, was it just being moved because it was not performing well, or was it being moved so that they were able to push somebody else out from other place? Or you go ask again, say, then bring somebody for let you go we act, for let you go able for do well. But now the person they say he not go implement a new idea, and they just try to go along with what he don't make. So these are all questions where people will go for ask about. Because you will see the speed of everything, you will say this is not speedy way, this is not speedy way. Now fast track, then the fast track, bring in this minister, fast track pushing this person. So you go question, say, are they doing good or are they doing something wrong? You question. Because we don't know why they fast track for move this person from one place to another. And then the one where they don't bring now, we expect to, oh, well, instead go see, well, I don't come. Instead go try for bring me your idea for let the country to go before. Because when you talk about fiscal policy, now they really hold any country backed with the monetary policy. One are the lender of last resort, one are the central bank. So those are the two things when they hold a country. If then things are able to be managed well, then any other thing you go able for CCA it they go before. Because when they run the military, then they come. Now they come. I think that they come. So those are the kind of things we would try for hope say God go make them go try for look say the fiscal policies, the monetary policies, the ideas of people and the brain come, let them go able for work for something that are long lasting. Where now things which are needed with a timely process where they change gradually so that people in life will able to sustain other than promising and telling us this. The people are not going to say, well, other than we'll not get so well now this happened. We'll not get well now I don't want to get. So they bring always a loophole where they create people who are criminal then. When are people that want to forward whatever I call them for let them go get chance for get their own little one. Because the end they will say, well, the one they will be up there, they say together you let we get with you here. But that is not the type of role or the type of government or the type of nation we want. Once a nation, where they when I say now 50, they give 50. And if the development are 50, if they're not able, they're not able. And then the development when they not just can't do it because they want to do it. The development when they do because it's necessary, and then they don't plan them, and I think when they know say immediate, they not go say, well, now they wait, now they go get funds, we continue this. All these things are flowing. And I hope so God will be able to help the leaders then as they say, they were able to look into anything will help the country for them to go before in terms of economical growth. And I hope say this all get reflect on the UPI. But that's what I will left them for another weekend. Because of that area there is a country when one or two of them waiting that they comment on is about fiscal. Some of them talk about the FGM, talk about this. But I remember one or two of the countries they mentioned about to try for take control of the fiscal policy. They not mention the monetary, but the monetary now they come out from the fiscal policy. Because now government now they deal with the central bank. If the government not able for protect the central bank, then they get somebody who is a radical politician, a radical in the sense that he is radical to do well, or maybe the radicalism they come in a fast track way, they try to see, let we try to bring them in a way where he go able to suit the level of people them. They go question say these are the things. But that was one of the things them would then bring as a suggestion that the human rights thing would have been do last week. I don't know if not Friday or Thursday. But I will leave on for another day, and I hope God will get for help we and let us continue for do what they need for do. Thank you very much for giving the platform. Let God continue for help with, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, host friend.
Yeah, you're most welcome, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's now host friend in your submission for today. We will talk about the handing over notes of the former Minister of Finance, Jacob Jusu Saffa. He hand over Guy Dennis Vandi when I now the Minister of Finance. When Dennis Vandi receive him, he say in like all waiting Jacob Jusu Saffa don't talk and he not come with nothing for invent new ways. But for just continue waiting Jacob Jusu Saffa don't they do until the president say otherwise. We go on for tell you say either Jacob Jusu Saffa don't do perfect job. We say good that nobody no need for come and change things them, or you want do like waiting Victor Fobi do and Escoma. Remember when I give Victor Fobi the platform of vice president when them pull Sam Sumana. The first word where Victor Fobi say me I no get agenda. I no count no agenda. The president agenda na ina my agenda because say some sumana we get agenda to make them pull her. Why are we? Who's that Victor for the now? They are saying I get agenda for side now. Okay, and then just a side note, just in case JJ Safawan feels so good, so I just want to remind them the agenda, where Victor Fosse, he say you wake me, if the president wake up now this morning, before the president they talk, he don't go do what he say for do. If he say, nah, make up at the makeup, no safe. Get an archive, go check safe our YouTube channel. The early days then, he did it. Yeah? If you don't know what Victor Fosse be, they talk then 10 and day. But now to the matter na table. I open the phone line. Our finance is now in the hands of a new man. Then it's Vandy. We hope for the best, because not only the best, now we want for the country. And the way things are set up right now, it's you. But anyway, that left hand didn't make her open the phone line. Yeah? You have the opportunity for be part of the program. You can call 232-78-990-991 on WhatsApp. 232-78-990-991 on WhatsApp. Or you can call United States Direct 646-610-3107. Or you call United Kingdom on WhatsApp. United Kingdom on WhatsApp 44-739-803-0402. If you watch on Facebook, looking at the screen, you will see the numbers then they scroll there. If you watch on YouTube, not a live program you watch. Okay? So I announce the number, not call or say and take part. Because YouTube, not a live program. Facebook, not live program. The phone lines them open now. Okay? So you want to be part of the program, get the opportunity. Unless if we don't do good, then can lock the remote. So, all right. Finance na the country, the ministry itself gets a big role for play in the livelihood of the people. Like how Usman they talk just now, we need policies them, we need strategies them, way for make the country run smooth financially. But finance not in isolation with your own bank, when I like the Bank of Sierra Leone, because then they work simultaneously for CC things them is for the people in the country. The bread and butter is embedded in the capital as per JJ Saffa. Look how this scholar. Yes, scholar, you live on here, your name and who side the call from, please?
Yeah, this is not Mike from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike, you get 3 minutes. What's in your contribution?
Before I get to the contribution, I just want to ask presidentbio, what I be aim where be want be president? I feel like can develop Salone, move Salone to a better direction, or I feel like that they can destroy Salone. Now that they don't want me to ask her. I hope if they listen, please find a way for answer this question for me. But for come to the Jacob Jusu Saffa in handover notes. What he don't do? What he don't do really?
He explain.
Inside 3 years.
You know you already explain. Be explain and just know.
I don't know that they explain that before, because me not see what he don't do. He don't do nothing. Absolutely nothing he not do. Yeah? Nothing he not do. Then go put man when a bread and butter, man. They can put man when a white paper, man. This not white paper. Then they can replace with bread and butter. So who said that why then they take we go? Who said then they take we country go? When somebody where they inside white paper, then they can give we country money. Then they can hand over we country money. Who said then they take we go?
Well, last Friday, make I just help you small because CNN asked presidentbio. Presidentbio say na be allegation, and he has been cleared of the allegation, so he's good to go, says the president of the country.
I be allegation. So all that money they were spent by the COI, if we give back that money, they finna be allegation for all them people and they, maybe who said they take we country go? Now then they will worry about who said they take we country go. We be say none but them people are they're not competent enough for take them position they are. What then they take so? They don't get no management skills. They don't even know how for develop nothing. They don't know how to move the country forward. They don't know how to do nothing, absolutely nothing. Oh man, this is so embarrassing, man. So JJ Saffa in tax business where they talk about. Now for tax the people in the salon. All them small business and then for reduce them completely to nothing. How are not going to pay salary in another country? If we have finished for tax all them people in another country, where be say business not to grow right now. Or if you say everything is expensive, how not go expensive? How the country go move forward? JJ Saffa, you and Mr. White Paper. How the country go move forward? Them people here, me man, them people here, salon people here, if we not wake up, if we not wake up, mind they up, if we not wake up, them people here, they're so incompetent of ruling this country, yeah. Yeah, salon, man, salon. Who would they go, man? Who said them people here put them PhD there? Who said them pull them PhD there? I wouldn't get to. Who said them pull them? When they would think forward and think how to develop a country. Man, not my own contribution anymore, man.
All right,
Salon,
thank
not
you.
pray for salon, man. All right.
The phone line is still open. If you want to be part of the program, you can call and your voice could be heard. As I've been a talk before Mike come in, the policies we they put in place, then they run the country. I talk about the bread and butter, where Jacob Jusu Saffa tell we say they need for up the game per capital so that at least then reach up to 15%. They say because waiting do now inside the bread and butter day. But before it tells say per capital now do not driven na so it in salon. If them big one the other country then not give it. Well, nine that too. And also me want for say I'm not even inside this Munafa. You know that first beginner? The first person will start and be World Bank. World Bank means Tantam, but now the government of Sierra Leone self they do their own, which is good. Talk and can forgive person 1.3 million 9,000 leones. The only thing more UK they inside it. If you listen 98.1 this morning, the NAXA boss himself, he say, he not go deny you, say it not happen. But in the urge people outside that kind of thing they happen, for inform anti-corruption or inform the police. Inform anti-corruption that then kind of case then they elect force. Then 5 million, then kind of case then they elect. Okay. The phone line go open for the next 5 minutes. If calls they not come, then we've done well. So for the next 5 minutes, the phone line go open. Then if not, we will close the phone line. I don't know if this is not for. Okay. Let me find out what's off air.
From Italy now.
Yes, from you do live on air. What thing you want for contribute today?
Outside and get PhD. I mean, just one Panama refer to like the two first lady been talk about them PhD holders there. So like the only thing I can always remember a proverb where you can talk triple, where you can see the salon, now low left and so. Now we don't come pass so now. So like somebody in him in a white paper come back and give him salon money say Ola. President will see the man allegation, this and that. So all along, they don't be ever no seen allegation pass with in him and don't involve none of the white paper. All the one get a job and they tell salon people and cannot see an allegation. I not say the allegation people enjoy for the Boko because anybody will end up for work with the present regime. I not say him back there for two allegation. Like the only thing I'm pray for Mama Salon. Main contribution that thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You say your location don't change?
Yeah. Location don't change.
Tell God thank you. And be safe out there. Eh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. We brother from all. We know they encourage people for, but we tell God thank you for them. Because it begin give a different location them, and I think it all each also be the head for. Tell God thank you for them. Safely. Back to the matter. Ministry of Finance. New minister. Dennis Vandy. Like I said, why I talked to where I try to clarify things for Mike Gisno. When CNN asked the question, they pinpoint on Dennis Vandy. And the president say it was an allegation where Dennis Vandy don't be cleared off. Allegation. He saying they don't clear him. So, you not go suffer for something where they don't clear you for. Yes, his name was in there. When it's an allegation, you don't go. They don't clarify. Say, not be allegation no more. That's within the president say. If you want to watch and back again, let you for yourself. You know, Facebook page. He did it. The interview did it. Because, hey. Richard Cocker say, he say the appointed minister don't fail already if he say that. If you not bring nothing at the table, then rest in case and it's time to be corrected. Now yeah, we are here talk and say, you know, can invent any other ways, new ways. But now for just carry on with waiting the former finance minister, Jacob Jusu Saffa, we don't put in place. There are two things to that though. One, we can talk about continuity, say yes, but I think it should come with something. You know, for clap, put some more waiting and give, they can go with. But again, for talking on one, I don't give example now, just now. But for talking, and that man in a chief minister now. You know, I can't tell and say, brah, then tell we talk so they're not correct too. I count me on. But still, if I don't find a way for fine tune, I'm say yes, these are good. Also, we need beef up because the former minister of finance, the chief minister now himself talk about beefing up. So some side and they when himself talks until we himself see say you able to arrange, you can beef them up. Instead of saying you're not getting any new ways. Okay, new. The word new. All right. But you will just continue with waiting in don't talk. Okay. I'm on the back no bad though. We'll continue with waiting the chief minister say. Sierra Leone economy. Yes, the finance minister all along, whenever they interview him, when they talk about the economy, himself, he can try for the former finance minister, J.G. Saffa. He be under hot fire long from the media, from people talking about this economy. Now, he not the day again. But before he not be the day again, when anything cabinet change and they ask say, it's still there. He still did it. Yes, he been did it. The man he go he win award all. So something the way he do with the president elect. So something I then is Van no say, until that man they do, and the president elect go, so let me just can't continue with what he do. But the people of Sierra Leone, how are these policies helping us? The thing the way they don't put in place inside the Ministry of Finance, how are they helping us? Because the way it is, Salon, not correct financially. But if you see them road projects them, you will say for the labor side, then can hire with people them. Yeah, for the labor, then can hire them. Then what's next? Once if they able to get something, we then go care for them family. In Aksayonde, because the former minister of finance, Jusu Saffa, talk about her. Right now, he go stadium. You see where stadium full. The same stadium where they say them for verify if we go able to play Benin or not. We first, we know the land na Salon. We know the land. I don't know when we go stay off this particular stadium. Let left for waiting and make a vote. Because if not, neither too. As they say for go stadium. That stadium we complain don't reach FIFA. We complain don't reach CAF. Now they say for CAF. I don't know if they be doing anything. No. I don't know if they be doing anything there. But at the same stadium, and the people in the rush for go so now. For this Naxa money. Have we learned anything in Sierra Leone? It's in a way we can do no correct. We can stop for do, huh? Hi. Thank you. But I feel say after that incident and we stadium, we will go expect for fixer and make things run fine. Yeah. Lamin P. Albert, he say the office of the chief minister. They don't chook under the office of the president. No, the office of the chief minister na state OCD. And the office of the chief minister, they under the office of the president. The only thing right now, the office of the chief minister if it's authentic. If now an authentic complimentary card they pass through around, then the office of the chief minister something the Jusu Saffa no like a nine card. You know, be chief minister office. No, you want to put the office of the president status. Because Lamin P. Albert say because of that day, he feels say something dubious, controversial, and something we need for question that happened there. I say if there is no more office of the chief minister, we go here because who said they go carry one over the work day. We go here them. Who they wait? I wait 9 we get. Then it's Vandisa. There's a lot to be done. I know say you talk fine for Jusu Saffa. So you know how it's nothing. But I hope so you count something. You know but you know no more. I hope you count something. You say new ways. You're not going to invent. Okay, if you're not inventive, there are kind of strategy them. We boast of our economy, not the country. Don't forget to. You know what make you know the about JJ Saffa? Now because Usai Komo and Usai go, it's like say they all be the Usai go. Hey. Not be correct for people them. So now he make but if he be say JJ Saffa when he left, he was left hanging like how the position was left hanging, even though I be the overshadow him. Trust me, you for be hearing things them but JJ Saffa. So you a cancel now. They are count something. Will they wait next? I don't say you get for then you never begin interview you. Now don't they begin here, wait till you go talk today. Because I know say you can't with something. I will go talk and they me I can back. Can say I not be telling now. Say you something. Instead of be getting your own plan. Because you can't go for an interview where they ask you, say, oh, all waiting and then at the end in Nova no time for taking capo and begin run with it. You know the grace self. You see where the hand in Nova not big. You don't get for grill. So begin for put things in place one thing. I know say if you can't the right hand man they not to so. Always to they ask for their help make a better economy for the country. I know more. That's the reason why presidentbio appoint you. Even though you get question mark. Yeah, people in the I don't know if you don't hear that other one. I don't know if you don't hear that other one. With this alone now. Because people in the talk say they always take the bread and butter and they can give the mayonnaise now for keep. And so people they talk all. You see what open for language and people they question you because you didn't have the white paper. The president team don't say you don't clear. So you force you get about cutting for fight against so. Because quick, if you see thing not begin go right just now that white paper and name, then go begin come after you it. So me, I ask you say, please, make sure say you deliver for we. Do ya? Make sure you deliver for we. A big good big. Because we need them. In Salon right now, how them policy them. We go help the common man. Couch policy we go make people they want for can invest. Work alongside line ministries them. Work along them. The dollar. And some by the itoramu, you and the governor. The bank governor, I need for the talk. Yeah? But kutindi. So dear, we don't want to make issue then begin come. We then go begin call you names. Me, I don't talk me on. It left to you. You know the new minister. Yeah? Thank you for come. Do well for we, yeah? Thank you. I think say now we go local team for today. And hand over again. Then it's Vandy. Left to I'm glad the way in our info stock say until the president choose otherwise. Because how much finance minister we don't get now? Exactly. But this all commodity. So you save. Okay. If you not spend that kind of time there, well, you come on you. Emmanuel Boy, Tennyson say how about the registration now? I think you not be there for the Saturday program because I'll be there the rest that day. The police did not come, then send the NCIA guy and we talked it over and everything was okay. The internet someone name we make we not able to go live again. But the police did not be come. What thing I be make for understand after the entire incident, they say the previous day, the police name would then be attached to that particular center where me being go. They're not good. We then can do checks, not only 2 policemen and Z, and the baby crowd. So this particular day now on, was it Saturday? Yeah. When me been day. This what them feel say, now the video for send to them boss there. For say they know they do their work. But me not buy that safe because apart from Nandi, Salon police not like camera. I make me I don't say, they ask. They ask, eh? Una all just the car. Now me too don't know. I go to today start quick. So I want for fet for the door now. And as a big deep for start and the internet go off 1 floor. In fact, right now 2 we get the one in day of totally force. From this waiting 5 o'clock, it don't go off. Take they not come on it. And I make me I don't want to talk about internet safe. That was just the do and so all thing done. I pack my punches back and go. Adam Mambu say, he say Dennis Vandi been supposed to go back in parliament for approval. Because waiting do, then be sack him. And not to move or not to transfer from one ministry to the other. He says, so in things say there is a need for make a good parliament and make parliament scrutinize them. Well, into go parliamentarians then let's see if they go ask for call them in. Let's see if they go ask for call them in. Or and say if you don't go they want him. Say now one thing no more you good to go. Now I make lefa. To talk Tripoli. If this talk. Zalun. Anyway, go there back tomorrow. Yeah? Hope say we all get some nice so within our various locations then. Till we meet again. Tripoli say, Tata.